Baby-face looks can be deceiving. They can hide terrible sins that can't be washed away.
Daphne was destined to kill someone.
Too bad, I'm going.
Daphne Abdella is only 15, but she scares people,
I'm going in as a
including her parents.
Why do you keep on doing this to yourself?
Because I'm an alcoholic. Can't you get that through your thick skull?
Don't talk to your mother like that.
Her constant verbal and physical abuse forces her father to take out a restraining order.
It's hard to say how a kid gets to that point in their life, and it's certainly hard to understand how Daphne did, but she got there.
I hate you both!
When a child hits a parent, it is a very significant predictor of future bad behavior. And in that regard, Daphne didn't let anybody down.
New York's Central Park is Daphne's favorite hangout, and where she befriends another misfit, Christopher Vasquez.
What are you doing? You're such a loser.
Well, Christopher was from the wrong side of the tracks. He lived in a fifth-floor walk-up, and his parents were working class.
Christopher has his own issues. He's anxious and prone to depression.
He was on a variety of psychotropic medications, including antidepressants and anti-anxiety medications. And he lacked experience with people his own age. So he was kind of a sheep, willing to follow anyone who was willing to lead him.
Hey, you, what school are you from? Hey, I'm talking to you. What school are you from?
Hey, you looking for trouble?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, I said, are you looking for trouble?
Christopher is in awe of Daphne's bravado.
We are trouble.
Okay, hey, just take it easy, all right?
Daphne and Christopher fed off each other. He was shy, she was brazen.
Hey, come on, these guys are losers.
He admired her take charge attitude and behavior. He liked the way she could tell people to screw off and just say anything she wanted. So for him, Daphne was a shining star.
Christopher is always at Daphne's side, hoping for affection.
Have you thought about what I said? Right. About you being my girlfriend?
Yeah.
She teases him, flirts with him, and then rejects him. Daphne's real passion is alcohol.
Daphne found herself a member of AA at 15 years old. By that time, there was probably already significant damage done by the drugs and alcohol.
Daphne isn't from the wrong side of the tracks. Just the opposite.
They lived right across the street from the Dakota and right across the street from Central Park.
Author Stella Sands says Daphne's upmarket lifestyle meant nothing to her.
Daphne went to private schools, vacationed in very exotic lands, had everything she ever wanted. But on the inside, it seemed she was disturbed, angry, upset.
Those around her see Daphne's temper getting worse. By May 1997, she's making outrageous threats.
She says, "I'm going to kill someone before this night is over."
She had said, "I'm going to slice someone tonight." She was very arrogant and very haughty the whole day.
Nothing ever happens in their boring, boring lives.
But no one takes the 15-year-old seriously.
I'm gonna make something happen. I'm gonna slice someone. You ready?
She apparently was heard saying repeatedly that she was going to kill somebody today. And nobody took her seriously, I think, because I think she had ranted like that before.
I'm in.
"15-year-old Daphne Abdella's favorite haunt is Central Park.
So what you guys got to remember, this was the 60s. It wasn't like today. So
She likes to hang out there with a group of older, regular drinkers. On May 22nd, 1997, she and Christopher Vasquez have been drinking all day and well into the night.
Jim looks at him. Says, well, you know.
They cross paths with a park regular, Michael McMorrow, close to Strawberry Fields.
Here's the Jim.
Hey, who wants a beer? Hey, you want a beer? Hey, I know you. You're Irish.
Yeah, we talked about the AA meetings before.
Daphne and Christopher convince Michael to go down to the lake.
You want a beer?
Never say no.
They said, night is still young. Let's go and have some fun.
But it's a trap. Both teenagers are armed with knives.
Hey, look, just take it easy, kid, okay? There's no need for this. Kid, put the knife away. Just put the knife away, okay?
Stab him!
Hey.
Daphne kicked Michael's legs out from underneath him, and that gave Christopher the opportunity to really jump on Michael and start stabbing him in very vulnerable spots.
Mr. McMorrow was stabbed so many times.
Slicing from ear to ear.
It was a really brutal crime.
His nose was almost severed. His wrist was almost severed. He had slices across his face, and he had at least 6 stab wounds to his chest and heart area. His lungs collapsed. I don't think there was a part of his body that wasn't touched.
And it's very difficult to tell if these wounds happened before death or after death.
They felt nothing for him. He was a way for Daphne to vent her rage against the world. And it was done. Time to go home.
The teenagers clean up in the basement of Daphne's apartment.
What is your emergency? My daughter hasn't come home. She should have been home hours ago.
Upstairs, Daphne's worried father has called police. It's way past Daphne's curfew.
Daphne? Daphne, are you in here?
Get out!
The officers are tipped off that Daphne and Christopher are hiding in the apartment's utility room.
Hurry up.
Is that blood?
When the police officer walked closer, he saw that there was blood in the sink. And he asked them, "What's that from?"
We fell rollerblading.
They showed their little cuts, and it didn't really raise any red flag to the police officer.
But it does for Daphne. She fears she's going to be caught. So she makes an extraordinary phone call to 911.
Operator says, "What's up?" She said, "There's a dead body in the lake." I said, "What lake?" "Central Park Lake."
When the police arrive to question her, Daphne is enjoying dinner.
And the superiors came and interviewed Daphne. And in the middle of it all, she was eating her mac and cheese, very calm.
Yep, my friend Kristen.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. He killed the guy and then gutted him. I can show you where the body is.
So she led the group over to the park, over to the gazebo, and there they found Michael floating.
I told you, there he is. I tried to help you. I tried to give you CPR.
She starts screaming nonsense about how she had tried to save Michael.
For Detective Hal Sherman, it is a case he will never forget.
I responded to about 2,300 crime scenes, and this would have to be one of the top 10 as far as gruesome is concerned.
They found 40 inches of intestines floating nearby. They found blood surrounding him.
His internal organs had been removed, and his body was stuffed with stones and garbage and just left there to float in the lake.
Neither teenager admits any guilt. They blame each other. Because of the conflicting and confusing testimonies, the only charge that will stick is manslaughter. Both Daphne Abdella and Christopher Vasquez are sentenced to 10 years, but only spend 6 years behind bars.
She didn't seem remorseful about what she had done, and I think that, to me, was the biggest slap in the face.
For Michael McMorrow's family, Strawberry Fields is a place of sorrow and loss.
She has a whole life ahead of her now. My uncle does not. It's something we have to live with, and then she continues on in her life, having not really apologized, having not really served an adequate prison sentence, in my opinion, and Michael's gone. We don't have Michael. Michael doesn't have his life to live.
Daphne has been free since 2004. She still calls New York home.
I certainly hope that Daphne got a lot of psychotherapy when she was in prison.